So, Ironclad Ascension 15. I have 3 or 4 losses under my belt now. I don't know if I can see those statistics. That's interesting. Can I see by Ascension? So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean 5 in? No, 4. Okay, so we got 4 losses. Judging by our normal win-loss ratio, we should have won by now. But this is obviously getting crazy, so... one of the things that I've realized is that we just don't know. There's some stuff that we just don't know. What we're doing right now is working to a certain extent, but it's not working well enough. One of the ideas that I've seen bandied about is the idea of looking at your deck as a whole from first card to last card before it rotates, and then using that as a metric to see how much damage you can do per hand, and then try and use that to determine how much damage you can do in X turns, and compare that to the target health of your enemy. We don't really remember the target health of a lot of enemies right now, so that won't be as useful, but we can use the internet to find those stats as we go. That's not exactly cheating. We could go back through our streams or like sit and meditate and try and like dig it up out of our memory. One thing that I might try today is upgrading our defense. That's something I've never done. And it seems like just 8 defense is a lot better than 5, and even when I'm adding all these other defense cards to my deck, a lot of times I end up in a situation where I've got defense and I need block. And if you haven't upgraded your defense, you're sort of shit out of luck there. Let's see here. So it looks like this is a 3 fire run no matter what. And you... Oh, wait, hold on. Does that connect? No, that doesn't connect. So these 2 lines are the ones with 3 fires. This is 3 elites over here. Jesus, fuck. This is going to be a rough one. This might not be the best test case ever. I think for Curse for 250 gold right before merchant is pretty good. I really don't like normality though, so we're going to budget in getting rid of that Curse as part of the money that we got from that, which will make it, yeah, plus 200, still pretty damn good. I'm not going to talk too much about the decisions I'm making right at this second, since this is pretty... I probably should have done 2 hits there. Because now he's going to be unvulnerable and we can't kill him in 1 round of attacks, so I have to eat 4 this turn at least. Or more. More in this case. So we fucked up there. We were talking and not thinking necessarily. That's alright. So one of the things that this game is suggesting that we do... Well, okay, let me put it this way. The game's starting to get not fun. It's starting to get not fun because I'm putting in like hour-long runs and dying, and I'm using what I think is a pretty good strategy to get through the hallways and reach the bosses. And it's just the big fights, along with a few like Chosen and Snake Plant, are really ripping me up. And then bosses, Act 2 bosses, Act 3 bosses. So, but I'm just really doing offhand math. I haven't sat down and really worked out any of these numbers, right? This is just whatever I can do off the top of my head. So that's not really great. This is one of the few times, and I kind of want to be good at this game. I want to be better than I am. So it's been, I think it was like, maybe not even in my 20s the last time I sat down and busted out a spreadsheet for a game, but this may actually convince me to do that. Normality is not bad right now, because I can't play more than 3 cards. It is a part of my deck that can't do anything. Secret Weapon's pretty okay. Not yet, but it will be. I think Whirlwind's probably a good buy here. One of the things that I want to do is maximize the damage in my deck without adding a jillion cards. Whirlwind's pretty good at not just doing that, but also at doing AoE. That's probably going to be a snap buy. That would not leave me enough to also buy a Shuriken. I could get this Twisted Funnel. The Twisted Funnel won't make too much of a difference to how quickly we kill enemies, although it will be nice against some things. The Shuriken is pretty good, but like I said, we're trying to maximize damage in a minimum of cards, so I don't think I will get it. I'm going to just remove the curse. We'll buy this Whirlwind. So Headbutt's pretty good in a bigger deck at fishing out cards, but now we don't want that. What do we have coming up? We don't have to spend all of our money. We can wait and check out what's at this shop if we're willing to go in for at least one elite fight. I'm leaning in that direction. I'm not in love with any of the stuff I'm seeing here. Rage is okay, but it just hasn't gone the distance for us. Also, these potions don't really have the oomph. I've been really undervaluing potions, I think. But none of these are strength potions or dex potions. Like, there's just no solutions to my problems there. This could take care of the little slime, or I can block and bash. I think probably removing 6 damage and taking 12. Otherwise, I'm going to take more because I can only block 1, so I'd have to kill this guy. I have to bash and yes, it doesn't make any sense to do it that way. So we have this unavoidable 12 damage here because of the way our cards worked out, which isn't great. I can tell you I'm not happy about that. I'm going to try and stop it there, though. Okay. Let that be a lesson to you, Mr. Slime. Alright, we did get a strength potion. It's pretty good. So the True Grit is better than a Defend already, but it does thin out my attacks. The Twin Strike also has that effect. Already got 1 Whirlwind. Given that I'm so much less likely to find block than attack, I'm going to take the True Grit here. Wow. Alright, I guess we'll go for it. Alright, oh, that's pretty good. Mega Marvelous is a nice get for us. And we'll see what the shop has to offer. Interesting. Get another shot at Secret Weapon. Still not super thrilled with. This weak potion is pretty nice, but Meat on the Bone has kept me in the game for a lot of time. Conversely, this disarm is important. It exhausts, so you only have to see it once. It can wreck some bosses. Specifically the boss we're going to run into. Gremlin Horn is generally good. I've never played with Clockwork Souvenir. It seems like this would be pretty strong. It'll be good against the Collector. It'll be good against the Chosen. It'll be good against basically anybody who tries to stat you up. That would only leave us enough to buy the potion, but not the disarm. Yeah, because we need 2 more gold than we have. Or we could just buy Meat on the Bone. Now, Meat on the Bone is a lot better. No, I guess it's the same if we don't have Feed, because it's still 12. And actually it triggers more often. So these are how to get through hallway fights. Disarm is a uncommon. Yeah, I don't know. This is tough, so like when I lose this run, inevitably I'll come back and think like, well, what should I have done differently here? This is particularly good against the boss, but if we're going to upgrade our defense, we don't need as much help there. Meat on the Bone will, like, if we die to hallway fights, we'll be like, oh, we should have got Meat on the Bone to keep us alive. We don't have any source of weak yet, and it makes this weak potion good, but getting Disarm will have the same effect, at least versus the boss, to a certain degree. Actually, perhaps a better one. I find that it's shit in hallway fights, though, and not great against certain bosses. Kind of ignoring Ghostly Armor as well. I'm feeling really drawn to this Meat on the Bone. It doesn't do anything for us in a boss fight, but it does help us get to a boss fight. It also leads to further upgrades. I'm just gonna buy that. You know, when we get to a boss and we just don't have what it takes, or we're vulnerable or whatever, then we'll go back and be like, oh, we should have got Clockwork Souvenir. I don't know. I feel like Meat on the Bone is gonna keep us in the fight for longer, and that's what I'm looking for here. I'm sort of inclined to just use my strength potion here, especially on this turn. I don't have a lot of block, so I'm going to need to just come out kind of swinging here. Alright, Meat on the Bone immediately paying dividends there. Ancient Tea Set is also good. Okay. Whirlwind profits heavily from strength. Heavy Blade isn't really the best attack, but it's an attack that fits the paradigm that we're going for. Since like one flex or one spot weakness or demon form can provide scaling all on its own when combined with that. Oh, do I want to fight these mushrooms? I have a whirlwind actually. I think we're gonna fight these mushrooms. We'll see how smart that ends up being. Wow. So I figure that these guys will eventually just, when I pay, okay, so they're only vulnerable on the first turn, so we got a little unlucky there. That's all right. Eventually one of them will buff while the others, yeah, here we go. So we can just kind of work on one. Now we're kind of in the territory where Whirlwind will just kill that guy. We don't want to do any more damage to him, potentially. So we'll take 15 if we do this. And this guy will be just about dead. I guess that's acceptable. I'm not sure. Like, the Metallicize isn't going to save us, really. Although we could have done Metallicize and a Whirlwind for 2, essentially to the same effect. Although we wouldn't have killed this guy immediately. Meat on the Bone is making us a little rash. This is great, though. This is good in the champ fight. It's good in the collector fight. It's good against Chosen. So I'm fine with having this situation. I will take the flex. I don't know if I will go for this fight. If it's sentries, we've got Whirlwind, which is pretty good. We don't have any potions to back that up. We do have the Metallicize, though. If it's Lagvulin, we're just going to take a shit ton of damage. We can only actually take like 2 hits from him. And we don't have the raw attack to get through that fight, I don't think. And Gremlin Knob's going to be essentially the same as the first time we fought him. So we'll take maybe 16 twice. That's too much. We're gonna duck away from that. Getting the max HP here is particularly good for us because, oh, nice. We could go up that way. I think I'm just gonna dodge over here and get all these bonfires now that we've got all the hard fights out of the way. Sadly, I don't recall what the fuck I was telling you guys. Oh, having a higher max HP will make meat on the bone trigger more often. I can't immediately drink this, which is annoying. I'm happy to throw an Impervious in this deck. Alright, so like I said, we're going to be upgrading our defense this time. And we're going to see how we like that. Kind of a so-so first turn, but we didn't take any damage, so that's nice. Just gonna have to roll the dice on this one. Okay, fair enough. No, then that wasn't gonna be possible any other way. Pretty good. We should not forget to drink this oh wait. Actually, if he does damage to us, we will have wished we did not drink the potion. Actually, we'll end up with more life after this at or below. If we take 8 damage, then we'll get 18 heal at the end of the round. We have 3, so he's doing 5. We need to take 8, so we should probably just let him hit hard here and set him up to die next turn. Slightly inefficient, but it will result in us getting a higher HP boost at the end, which I'm all about. Yeah, so it did trigger and we got a 56 that way. Not too bad. Fuck, we forgot to drink this. Oh, but yeah, we weren't going to do that. Alright. Sorry, getting a little spastic here. So now let's look at our deck. Luckily, so they've definitely done a good job of suggesting that you do math like this, because as you can see, they've got their cards in rows of 5, and 5 is what your hand size is. So we got 6 times 5, so we've got 30 damage in here. 38. I guess, do we call this 15? We'll call it 10. We'll average it at 10. So 48 and 14. 58. 62 damage in 3 hands. This power goes away and this goes away. So eventually, yeah, we're doing 60-ish in 3 turns. That's pretty good damage. And we only have 3 2s. So really the only way that I've been thinking about how to do the math for this, right? Because if you draw 4 strikes and you only have 3 energy, you have the potential for energy, but you're only getting that much damage, and that means that later on you're going to have a card that's full of more other stuffs, right? So an extra block or whatever. Hard to say, and True Grit's going to narrow that down as well. But it seems like we're doing okay damage right now. Shrug It Off doesn't affect that too badly because it draws a card, so I feel like these are pretty easy adds. Normally I upgrade those, but I think now what I'm going to be doing is upgrading my defense. So my initial plan was to upgrade the defense before the special blocks, but I'm going to upgrade the True Grit first just because it can become a targeted removal of statuses. So I'm going to get extra benefits out of it that way, or at least that's the plan. I'm inclined to not take a shit ton of damage here and hit this guy who's going to do way more. So that's how we're going to run this. Did I not? Oh, I just went to a rest site. Oh, fuck, I didn't need to do that. Whatever. Okay. So you need to go. Now we're looking at just a bit. Awkward. Right, we can get rid of this regular block. Don't need to cast that. And Whirlwind will not kill these guys, but it'll basically do that job. Now they're fucked. Yeah. Since we're not going to get that bonus, this is a great time to drink our drink, so that we have space for another potion. We may or may not get. We don't get. Okay. Like I said, I feel like Shrug It Offs are pretty easy adds here. And we don't have a lot of damage. I'm sort of inclined to upgrade this Whirlwind just so that we can get the damage in our deck. So this would be a time where I would really like to have that Whirlwind, just because he's already vulnerable, but getting the bash is just as good. And we just flip him over immediately. Okay, so we can True Grit this defend away. It's not as exciting as it could be. So we want to avoid polluting our draws. So looking at the turns that we have coming up, it looks like we've got 4 sources of block and a bunch of damage. Now this isn't the best time to get damage because he's going to do damage to us. But right after that, we're going to want to do a bunch of damage to him. This is fine. I'm not gonna fuck with it any. I probably also want to attack him even though he's vulnerable. It just feels like unnecessary damage for me when I'm already pretty much in charge of this fight. This seems like a waste of this. So next turn, I'm going to either Whirlwind or Metallicize. I kind of need to do damage this time. This does shorten up our deck as well for better damage dealing. Alright, well we'll use it while we've got it. That's fine. So as much as I want to use that Whirlwind, I also want to put these powers on. We'll get some value out of it. We'll take 8. Not my fave. This is fine though. Just keep hitting. So he needs to see 15 damage to roll over. He's still vulnerable luckily though, so this shouldn't be too much of a trouble for us. Right? Yeah, 6 damage. We weren't looking to do damage there so much as avoid all of that damage. And what that shows us is that he's still kind of a dangerous customer here. I don't have any block this turn. That's not the worst. This is a pretty small amount of damage to take, so it looks like we'll be having some defensive turns coming up. Sort of like these. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of the strike. Flex nuts, just do a Whirlwind on him. $52 is that's a tall order. I'm okay just blocking this out, and then we'll hit him next turn, and maybe we'll have to deal with a larger attack after that. I'm pretty happy with these Ultra Defense. Those seem to be working for us. 52 is 24. Wow. Yikes. Because we're probably not going to get Whirlwind back immediately. Even if we did, 24 and 24. Yeah, that wouldn't roll him over, so we're going to have to deal with whatever he does next turn. I'm just going to deal raw damage now because I'm going to want to block, not attack next turn. Because he's going to be getting ready to fuck our shit up here. We did get our Whirlwind though. No way to really make use of that though. This is a great time to drink our drink and see some more extra big defendos. Strike. And sadly we just have to take damage. So interestingly, you can play this Whirlwind as another attack even at 0. So if you've got like Pen Nib or something like that, you can manipulate your Pen Nib count. Just a little tip that I picked up. This is a great turn for us to just do damage. And he doesn't even roll over. Nice. Okay. We're getting some benefit here. He's venting steam. Okay, so now he's got to go down. And this is the perfect card to make him do that. Look over there, buddy. And I am inclined to bash him because it's possible that we're going to need to burst him down soon. So like this Whirlwind is probably a smart play. Even though we're going to take 16 from him. We kind of need him dead soon. So that'll be 36. Bring him down to 22. We'll be at, let's see, for 23. That's kind of dicey, actually. There's no bash in here, though, so there's no hope of me statting him up. I need to think about this, because we're only healing for a portion of what's left. Oh, 19 actually we take, so we'll be at 20 even. And he's going to come out swinging for a lot after that. 36, 22. Well, I won't have a bash, and he's going to be doing even more next turn if I can't block this. Whew, man. We're no longer vulnerable, though. That's good. We won't be seeing any crazy numbers. We might have to split the difference here. Okay, so 62. I'm inclined to shrug and defend, and I won't actually play my draws at all. I'll just defend and bash. And I think that'll probably bring us through, although the next whirlwind will do 24. So if we do 10 to him, he's basically fine. Yeah, we're just gonna bash him. I'm not gonna bash him too much. Okay, that was closer than it needed to be, but I blame that mostly on the fact that we didn't have any disarm or any way to gain 5 vulnerable. What? Oh, what the fuck? You're kidding me, right? That's the upgraded form? Hold on, what the fuck happened to Berserk? Did they change that card? Oh, they did just patch the game. Hold on, I gotta go. I gotta look at the unupgraded version. Why does it make me vulnerable? Was this card good before? And now it sucks? I'm sorry, what? We've gotta go to the subreddit. I don't understand. I don't know, man. That's at the start of each turn, so you don't even get it immediately after you use it. I'm not gonna play around with that. I mean, I can see anything that gives you energy is powerful. Like Berserk, I'm kind of being an asshole about it. Like it had its use before. I wouldn't usually pick it because there's usually something better, but you know, I could definitely see it having some benefits for sure.
Hello.
Hey, Pocky, what's up, man?
Not much. Just jumping in real quick to tell you a good joke.
Okay, I'm listening. Is this off color? I'm on Twitch.
No, I mean, not any kind of like, it's dark maybe, but not off color.
All right, go for it.
What do all serial killers have in common?
Murders?
Career success.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. I heard that on the way coming home, so I was like, that's pretty good. I like that.
Where'd you hear it?
Huh?
Gotta credit your source. Where'd you hear it?
Oh, Joe DeRosa was the comedian. He was on a stand-up special.
Is he
I don't know, actually.
Hand-up puppets? Oh, that's Dunham. No, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of puppets. That's just me.
Joe DeRosa is an American stand-up comedian, author, musician, actor, producer, director, editor, television writer, and podcast host.
Lord, welcome to Hollywood. Everyone's everything. Yeah. So he's a comedian who also manages to market himself in other areas.
Yeah. He, I guess he wrote for the Pete Holmes Show. I guess is his big thing. But his last stand-up, he did in October of 2017, and that was the one that was playing on the radio.
Okay. I don't know if I should take... This Exhume actually turns out to be an additional copy of Impervious. It would cost all... Unless I get an energy relic, it costs me all my energy, though.
Well, yeah, I was talking to Zero about this yesterday. There's a streamer that I'm watching that does music, random improvisation based on users selecting different instruments, and he created a randomizer program that'll take your username and then make drum loops out of them.
Really?
Yeah, his like production and like studio, just his. I'm trying to think. His video production is off the chart. His audio production is ridiculous, and then his programming skills are crazy. He has this like he has 3 or 4 different cameras that he has on like robotic arms that have sensors that he wrote the programs for that will like transition based on like music or what he's doing and like with his hands or whatever.
Sure.
And then he just plays everything off of the keyboard, and then he'll pick up like a trombone or a kazoo and just do like real music with it, and it's just crazy. Like watching it is just nuts.
That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to link it to you later so you can give it a watch.
Yeah, that might be good. I pretty much never take Runic Dome here. It just feels like I'm gonna die if I have no idea what's coming. I don't know if I want this fusion hammer, honestly. Like, that would make my whirlwind good, but it would make my heavy blade bad. It would make these defends and strikes pretty much terrible forever now. But I do have this, yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it. We do have this, so we can grab powers and get them upgraded. I mean, there are other ways to upgrade our stuff as well, so we might want to lean towards some events. So what are you up to this weekend, Sir Pakis?
Tomorrow is a party, and then Sunday we're going to Souls, reaping some souls.
Yeah, that's right. Strange-o calling at me. I'll say no to strange number.
I'm actually going to bounce for a little bit to go eat and relax for a minute, and then I'll be on later to stream some Valkyria Chronicles and chat.
Oh yeah, dude. All right.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
I'll be back.
All right,
later.
Man. Have fun. So now we can think of these sites as just pure upgrade or rest depots. There are a lot of rest depots over here, which is good because Act 2 hallway fights are dog shit. I'm probably just going to go up this way. It's got a lot of merchants, a lot of rest sites, a lot of question marks. I mean, it's got the things we crave. So we'll probably we'll do this little wiggle right here and hit this guy. Yeah, it's a lot of question marks. Oh, look at this guy coming out with his 12 immediately. I want to put Heavy Blade on him. Seems good. And then I would like to not get hurt. Nice. About as good as we could have expected that to be. So this guy is looking to really fuck my shit up. Clearly. Well, that's as good as we can get that turn. Oh wow, he's taking a moment. Good. Okay, that was worth it. I'll just load him up with strikes. He's shit on his own. Like, obviously this sucks. However, it's really when they pair him up with another enemy that he gets to be just out of control. Yeah, I'm inclined to just go in like this. So, this is looking pretty good for us. Hey babe, what's up?
Ice cream?
No, I'm all set with ice cream, thank you. Alright, so I need to go back in here. And so now we've fully filled out 4 rows. And since we didn't add any attacks, this has actually lowered our damage per hand kind of a lot. So we've got 30, 38, 48, 52, maybe say 16, so 68. Yeah. But over 4 turns, right? So we're doing less than 30 a turn. So we wanna be putting some damage in here. I don't know. This Heavy Blade will never get upgraded. None of these cards will ever get upgraded. The one in here isn't going to get upgraded either. We still do want to hit like a demon form or something that'll give us some strength. We kind of need that to happen. When we get that, will we be adding more attacks to our deck? The defense seems okay. I think I will grab another heavy blade and hope to add some strength to the mix here. These guys are pretty obviously the worst. So I'll need to do that for at least 3. There. And obviously now he's looking to get out. He'll probably make it out. Yeah, I'm not gonna have what it takes to get through that. What's that? Yeah, you like ice cream?
Of course.
Okay.
Maybe even more.
Hey, whatever works for you, man. This upgraded Shrug Off is a pretty good ad. It's worth waiting for. Okay, here we go. That's good. It kind of makes the one upgrade we did on a defend not the best. But now we have a pretty solid set of defense cards. We probably don't want to add much beyond things that will really make the deck pop at this point. What do we have coming up? So, a strength potion would actually help a lot. If it's the Book of Stabs, this bronze will be good. It's also okay against the Gremlin gang. Are the slavers in here? I think the slavers are 3, right? Shit, I don't know. Probably whatever we do, we'll wish for a steroid potion, I'm guessing. I don't really see us exhausting a ton of cards. What's in our deck? Do we have any random garbage in here we can get rid of? You know, normally I'm pretty inclined to take the strikes out, but I think I'd rather have the money here. Like, they're sort of okay at this point. Yeah, we're gonna let him ride at the very least to buy a potion again before the next fight. I don't remember what all the books are. I don't think we want... Oh, wow, we've got the frozen egg. Is this to our deck or to our hand? To your deck, so that won't interact with the book at all. I'm gonna pass on this book. I don't want to lose a bunch of life to get something that I won't use. That seems really bad. I'm probably just gonna Impervious Heavy Blade. I kind of dig that action. I can get 15 more out of it. I probably want to save that for the whirlwind, right? We have no idea if we'll get it in time, though.
I got some crackpot reports. Heroes, the whole damn asteroid is moving under its own power. It's not exactly possible, yet that's what we've got. Moving to prayer. Unknown, but it's deorbiting somewhere. Do we know why? We do not. The Mormon's relationship was heading for Earth before the incident.
39 if we wait for the whirlwind. That'll really help clean this up.
It was on a collision course with Eros, which means he's lying to us.
I think we can take that. I think we can take that chance.
After forcibly removing all the...
Still take 4 here, though. Jeez. These guys are so brutal. We did not find the whirlwind. And we don't want to miss it, so we might... Oh, shit. We can't. The way things are.
Okay, so you broke a few lost physics here. Yeah, it's trying to play a magic trick.
Earth is what, 7,000 trillion kilos, give or take? Its temperature's gone up 2 degrees.
Do we want to be entangled. If we miss that whirlwind, we'll be in trouble. Especially if we draw all of our attacks. That would be really no good. It's not very likely, but this is going to be 19 and 14, something like that, so we're looking at 40.
How can I still have gravity?
Dresden said the proto-molecule would break all the rules.
Yeah, he also said that.
So this will do 13.
Who the heck will you say what it's capable of?
Oh wow, that's plenty all on its own, actually.
Alex?
I don't think we need the metallicize exactly. I think we're probably better off just soaking some damage up with this. Yeah, they're trying to weaken us right before our major hit. That's gonna work, unfortunately. Yeah, fuck. That's alright.
Conclusion that Eros is some kind of weapon system unlike anything we've seen.
Everything is an error. Assume built by Mars.
Who else? If they provoke a conventional war as a smokescreen, then hurl this thing at us.
Anything from Mars.
That's efficient. This isn't the worst. We did okay in this fight. I really wouldn't mind having another ace in the hole as far as damage goes. I'm feeling a little underpowered. Alright, so we're stabilized here. We're good to go. This guy's probably not going to land too much on us.
I've disarmed all the bombs on the surface. Still working on it.
Looks like your attempts to keep Eros under the radar. Took a few snags.
Not too bad.
You call yourself Land System.
There we go.
Smile. So whenever you're ready,
Okay, this is pretty good for us, actually.
make a fucking appearance and rein in your goddamn science experiment.
Not that it has any synergy with what we're doing, but it's just good in general. Okay, so we just fought this fight, so we know a little bit about it. We have no source of
Will you make me a chili?
we have no source of weaken. This upgraded inflame is seeming like a lot better than the others, especially given our double heavy strike situation, which means we're going to probably need to go hard on this guy, which we're not really set up to do.
We need to figure out that dead man switch. Create a longer delay so that we can get you out of there before.
This is a bit awkward.
I'm gonna take my pet nuke for a walk. So what's what? You better get a nap.
A rock 3 times the size of when they wiped out the dinosaurs. But given Eros' erratic
What are we looking at? 30? Yuck.
latest projection, 7 to 10 billion dead. Another 10 in the aftermath of environmental disaster.
Okay, we suck most of that. We're doing okay. Could definitely be worse. Like this, I would it probably qualifies this as significantly worse. They've both chosen to come at me this turn. That sucks.
Whatever biotoxin is inside Eros, can it survive in a vacuum or do you risk scattering it all over the system?
Sadly, there's no time to conduct a study to satisfy your curiosity.
Alright, we're just gonna go for the decks and take a bunch of damage. That's how it's gonna be for us. Oh, this is pretty lucky. Damn. 33 is not quite enough to kill this guy.
And get the secretary.
Oh no, 44. Alright, yeah, this is totally fine. I wish that... Why couldn't that have happened last turn? What the hell? Oh no, we needed to bash him to make that happen, right? If we take 13, we can get 12. No, that's not worth it. Alright, we're just gonna. Interesting stuff here. So perfected strike actually isn't the worst, and it's upgraded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just worth 5. I guess plus itself, so 6. So it'd do 18 plus 6, 24. That's pretty ho hum. Armaments gives us access to some upgrades, but we don't exactly need that. The shockwave isn't the best. It's our only source of weak here though, and we have an exhume if we for whatever reason really need it. Alright, we're gonna give it a shot. Lantern is okay. We can get a free rest here, or we can hit 2 question marks and get another free rest in a second. I say let's fuck around a bit. An additional copy of a card in my deck. Wow, that's pretty cheap too. I can get another Whirlwind, which seems pretty strong. Actually, rather inclined in that direction. Can I get this and this and this? No. 70, 83? No. Okay, we can't have everything. Not really thrilled with magnetism. I probably do want to ditch this Thorns for another steroid potion. Maybe even more than I want to use Disarm. Like, I don't have any other stats. I've got Bash, and I've got Shockwave. We're not going to be working through his... I'm not going to be working through his artifact that way. Right. Yeah, we're going to get another upgraded Whirlwind. Kind of completing the set for damage for us. And we're going to take the steroid potion, and we're not going to take any shit from this guy this time. I'd say this is a pretty decent time for this. Yeah, the one Whirlwind will probably help a lot here. Just as soon as it makes itself known, you know? Yeah, not going to be a problem solver for us today. Right. Don't wait too long to show up, Whirlwind. Okay, so we're looking at 44. That's a good cleanup here, especially with the flex. There we go. Nice. Oh wow. Well, that's great value. It's not what we need. I do wish for a second metallicize. It's on my short list of things to get. Seven energy is a lot. So let's see. That's a lot, probably. Yeah, seems good. I don't know, I'll take it. Oh, whoops. Bad sequencing there. On our only source of weak. It's unupgraded. I still value this. I just wish we could upgrade it somehow. Alright, we'll take it. We're probably pretty much done with attacks now. Jesus. These guys are coming strong.
I missed you too.
I'm pretty much gonna have to have one for us. This is gonna be good. Oof. Okay. Oh, right. I have to play by the rules and all yet. Not a moment too soon. Oh my god. So 40 and 12, that's enough. An upgraded corruption, huh? That's a pretty good panic button.
Did you imagine you'd see a moment like this? Russian Prime Minister confirmed they won't consider our launch upgrade for the strike. Nor did they offer us.
That is a pretty good panic
They
button.
want to see how well their weapon performs.
Or to watch how ours fares.
Sorry.
Okay, I see the value. Rest for 0. Okay, here's our chance. Wow, we're gonna get a chance to actually work through some of his artifacts. Oh my god, I didn't think that was even gonna happen. And we got a dex. Pretty good. Pretty good overall. We need to, yeah. We need to be alive for all of this as much as possible. Now we've learned our lesson about attacking these guys in the side. We're gonna let our AoE damage clean them up. And this guy's gonna soak up probably one of our whirlwinds. Oh, the Exhume. Wow, that's pretty lucky. Alright, so now this is our time. This is the moment. Just clean them up, bring them down, and now it's anybody's fight, I guess. He's statted up. Gotta remember that I can use my whirlwind for 0 to help push Kunai over the top. It's a good thing to remember to do. Alright, so now he's taking umbrage. He's doing 43. We just want to put on all of our powers right now. And I'm a little under half. So we've got 6 more turns before he does that again. This is a super good turn for this whirlwind. We like that. We're not going to get cocky though. This guy can be a real beast. So we're going to weaken him, put up some blocks. So all of this is really, really good. So now he's trying to get into really bizarrely high strength territory, which we do not wish for. What's in our deck? Even if we draw a strike, we won't have enough to use it. Do we want to draw this hand next turn, though? That's the question. What are these doing now? 9, so they'll be plus 4, 13. 13 times 3 is... No, it's not enough. And what else could we get that would be better? Whirlwind would be better? No. I suppose we'll survive next turn, so we'll just let it ride. Oh wow, really good. Great time for it. Because we do want to come out of this with some money in our pocket, health-wise. There we go. That's what we like to see. Yeah, I can't get on the Berserk train with that. It's completely untested, so. I don't need additional AoE in the form of Immolate. I could see Reaper being okay, just getting us some health back, maybe as much as 12 in a turn. But we're not going to need that either because we've got a lot of rests. And I think Busted Crown is the way here, where our deck is pretty much good. Let's see who... Okay, so it's going to be Woke Bloke, making our powers particularly bad. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 if we use Corruption, but we're not gonna actually apply Corruption until we're just about dead, or until we're gonna die otherwise, or he's low health and we just need to run him in. So one of the things that I've seen people suggest is that just to not play all your powers out immediately, and kind of wait until he switches over. And I think that's probably good advice. A lot of bonfires here. I don't know if I want to roll a dice on any elites. It looks like we can get 3 bonfires and a merchant without that, so we're just gonna head over to the boss. We're just gonna skip all that shit. So first turn against this guy. He's gonna get like crazy fast, so. I don't think we need the corruption. I think we just take 1 and probably kill him next turn. The smoke bomb is actually kind of nice in this act. Like, I might just use it to bail the fuck out on a Chosen Plus fight or a Snake Plant. Like, what kind of glory am I getting there? 18 and 21. I'll dig it. It's one less problem. Oh. Okay, good deal. Do I want a sword boomerang? We're talking 12 damage? Wait, it's upgraded though. Why is it only upgrading to 3x4? Wasn't it 3x5 previously? Am I wrong? That's a pretty good attack and it's coming upgraded. Not sure that I want that. I think my defense is okay as it is. As is my offense. It's pretty good attack.
But given the signal delay to Earth, my technicians would need to steer the missiles in. I understand the gravity of the request, but need a response before the window of opportunity closes.
I don't know. I feel like now we're in a situation where we're getting too big for our britches in terms of defense versus offense. We suck all of these powers out though. Alright, I want to take this one. Oh, wow. Upgrading all of our cards would be good. It's not that many cards though. I'm inclined to just fight an Act 1 boss and get my goods. Oh wow, really strong opening against this guy specifically. Just weaken him out. I'm not thrilled about the amount of damage we're taking here, though. We see a lot of... This is bad news for him. Okay, not too bad. A ginger. I don't know if we become weakened in that final fight. Alright, smoke bomb's gotta go now. And we're gonna skip to clash. Okay, not too bad. A bash would be good here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, we're just gonna play out our cards the way that they're listed. It's not as much damage as I'd really want against this guy, but the lack of weak is pretty cool. Okay, this is going okay.
Give him the guidance control of the missiles, Mr. Secretary. I vouch for James Holden. We can trust him.
Yeah, he's trying to get super huge here. Keep him on that weak.
Let's try the S stand. Come in.
Doing okay here.
Listen, you need to move your ass in there. Whipping in the back.
This whirlwind really turned out to be a strong pick, at least for what we're trying to do here. Yeah, that's fine. The whirlwind will not be able to pull us through this situation.
For your control. I believe that makes you the most powerful man in the system right now. Eros is accelerating.
Yeah, this is fine. I don't have any particular plans on how to deal with spikers, though.
You want to go flat out, but Rossi can handle it. But you gotta understand, you burn like that at some point. We're not.
And we cannot whirlwind, as previously described. This is good.
That's the juice to the gill.
And no reason not to. And yeah, we can't do this for 0. Well, we can, but it won't do anything.
That's the situation. So beat it to the goal. You go home. Or we can give you a ride.
All right. Good dog again, me too. Arrows, fine.
Yeah, I'm not looking to take 6 times 2 there. Seems extra bad. And they're just coming out to meet me here. We don't want that to get too high. That's getting pretty high.
You gotta call it. Chase him.
He's not stopping us. Okay.
Strap in. All right, cowboys and cowgirl. Here comes the juice.
No, we just gotta sort of be patient here and not panic. Yeah, I really don't think we want any more stuff. I think we're all set. Whirlwind would be extra good here. Well, we'll take it though. is too much damage. On a bad roll. Okay, this is gonna do 12 times 5.
Yes, and that is what I about you. I know it hasn't even been easy. I know that. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's not run into any particularly bad situations here.
Sorry. Just know I want to be there with you and help you with that sad little garden. But our home is threatened.
Hmm.
And if I left, you wouldn't respect me anyway. You got very lucky, didn't you?
I think I might have to take this. Yeah, that's a lot of damage to take though. It's going to be over 20. Can we handle this otherwise though? This is a really dicey fight. You need just so much damage coming out to deal with this guy. 40 right now would be good. He's just gonna put it back though. Alright, we're just gonna take our lumps and go for a longer play.
This last stretch. Another 50 meters or so. The station hasn't considered.
I'm not loving this situation, but I don't necessarily have to. I can weaken him, which is pretty great. This amount of damage that we're going to take is not. Now we're basically entering the territory where we're taking the damage we would have taken anyway. Okay. This is one of those it is what it is sort of things, right? Okay, I guess that doesn't rate that damage. Hard to know how Thorns is going to work because it's been working differently for us. This is good. Man, this is just too much damage though. I need to figure this out.
Can you check the metadata on my suit?
It's fine. I mean, for you. What's going on?
Just gonna get him down. We'll be alright. Okay, that's definitely not an option. Okay, good. Yeah, no.
I'm not talking about a body. Consciousness.
I'm talking about a part of her that might be a part of this ride. Everything happening here is all built around Julie.
Let's just end this before it gets out of control. Alright, we're very close now. That's unnecessary. It's a bit late for that. Fuck. I don't know. 46 out of 80. Two fights after our rest. Oh man. This isn't that bad a fight. We just go after the orb walker and then they poop up our deck. I think for a rare relic, we have to try it. Alright, let's hope that we don't fuck up too bad here. This whirlwind is well fucking positioned. So now what are we looking at? 55. Oh no, we gotta do the math first. So it rounds down. Doesn't round down the total damage, just each individual hit. So we get 5 more, so we're talking 16 times 5, that's 15, 30, 80. That's not enough to take this guy out. So we're gonna reserve some life and go in like this. And do it over 2 turns. Or several turns, who knows. Okay, real lucky for card draws. Pretty happy with those. That was dicey. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. This is my jam right here. Alright, that's good. That is definitely what we want. We do want a threaded needle. I do like flame barriers. This is unupgraded though. For 2. Also don't have as much as many cards as it seems like we do. Dark Shackles could really pull our ass out of the fire for a turn. I think I'll grab a copy of that. I'm just not thrilled with magnetism.
Long story, no time for details, but I'm on the boots on the ground. Right now, it's imperative to divert Earth's missiles away from Eros. I'll await confirmation. We're still in the missiles. Like this whole thing is a plan.
Alright, I don't want to mess with my deck. We're just going to take our alchemy and go.
No way that
Okay, another one of these fights. Big waste of 3 energy. That's alright though. Keep us afloat. Just need to wreck this guy before he gets us. Alright, cool. Yeah, 3 and 4, so we just block that on its own. Just end this situation right here. Oh Jesus, with Royal Halcom and Metallicize, we're actually in a pretty good spot for blocks without even playing anything. So what's 6 times 3? 18. We take 9. I think we can manage that. This is also a good place to test whether or not this is going to hit us 3 times or 1 time. So we're at 9 and 70. It's 3 times. Okay. I don't need that, and I don't need that. Another fight that can go really sideways, unfortunately. Looks like I could use a bit more. Talking 40 here. Well, it doesn't look like I've got much else that I can do. I can do 20. No, it's got to be this. Yeah, otherwise, I was going to take way too much damage. Gotta remember this thread needle or Halcom interaction and not space on it like I sometimes do. 20, huh? Still take 10. Fuck. This fucking fight. Okay, so no on that. I'm not gonna take all that damage.
Wake up now, kid.
Okay, I think the final rest. No, fuck that. I think the final rest will bring us up to full. Okay, so we did it. We went the distance, and now we just have to execute, and we have a lot of energy. So if we get our early whirlwind, we'll be very good. We'll be very well off. If not, we're gonna have to pick our battles. Okay, I don't see one in here. Let's shrug and see if we can draw it. No. Okay, that's okay. I don't want to exhaust any cards. I'll get, let's see. Oh, I have enough right now just to block this out. And there's no reason to do anything else. Just end. Okay, we still need that AoE. We're not peeling it. So 24, 36. I have 21. I definitely don't want him peeling off my block. I think we'll hold on to the metallicize for now. Basically just waiting for our moment to sweep these guys up, but we can't wait too long. This needs to stop fucking around soon. Oh god. It's really coming for us. This is like half of our life right here, and it just refuses to give us our fucking whirlwinds. Feels pretty unavoidable. So we're doing 29 with this. We might. Oh, shit. I don't want to waste vulnerable on one of these guys, but it might be unavoidable. We'll get another 14 off of that, so it'll make it 40. Oh, does that not even get him with vulnerable? Oh, we've got the potion though. Alright, we're gonna take out the. Shit, that seems really bad. It's 5 times 8.
Because I believe in you.
I think we're gonna just slam this down on this guy and hope for our whirlwind. Like, we can save ourselves 10 life here, but I just don't see that being enough. We need this guy hurt. But maybe not. Yeah, it feels like such a waste to attack one of these guys because I'll have the big whirlwind eventually. I'm not going to do it. And now our plated armor is getting fucked off of us. That's not good. Jesus. Okay. Waited long enough for that, didn't we?
I need you to hold something for me, okay?
And now we're basically fucked. Alright, we need to stabilize pretty badly here. Don't forget to use your zero cost X spells to round things up. Yeah, we're too light on oh gosh. don't know what to pull actually. So far with this. We're gonna have to go beef on this guy. God damn. Alright. Nope. Seriously? Had so many ways to get through this. It's so many ways that this could have been okay for this turn. Well, that's as much luck as I can get, unfortunately. Man, I felt like that was ours to win. But Whirlwind just did not show up. Yeah, that was pretty good too. We had, like, our deck could handle his shit. We just got pretty unlucky, and our AoE was at the bottom of our deck. That's a loss I feel pretty good about, actually. We had damage. We had AoE. We had decent block for where we were at. I mean, we had an impervious. We had the ability to exhaust it. We got some strength reduction, some weak, extra weak. This is an okay deck. We had a lot of metallicized too. We had 2 metallicized. That would have been okay if we had just drawn Whirlwind. We had just gotten it. At any point, we could have used a strength potion and immediately cash it in for not having to take, I don't know what, 20 and 12 from them, so 32? Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe we would have died there anyway. Because that would have just gotten us to that one attack. Their corruption might have given us the ability to keep rolling up our attacks, so I don't know. Hard to say. Alright, well, I feel like we did much better this time. So I feel like we're making progress. I'm happy with that. I'm going to take a break to make Lindsay some chili so she'll stop waving at me. I'll be back on later though.